Yet another unique floor plan by Forest River. Let's open up and tour a 2021 Forest River Rockwood Mini Lite. This is the 2516S. Hello and good morning, everybody. This is Chris with Great Escapes RV Supercenter, and it is my pleasure to do this RV tour with you all today. We're going to walk around the outside of the unit with it all closed up, explain some of the features, then we're going to crawl onto the roof and do the same thing. Then we're going to go inside the unit, show you how practical would it be if you had to be parked on the side of the road to maybe catch some Z's, use the restroom, maybe cook a meal. How easily accessible is this RV? Then we're going to open it up together and give you a final overlook at this really nice 2516S. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let's rock and roll. So I must admit, a lot of times you see these RVs, a majority of them, the rear portion is going to be your living area, the front portion is a bed, you know, the typical layout, but this one's actually flipped. You've got your rear portion is actually going to be your bedroom, the front portion is a kitchen, and the middle portion is actually a pass-through bathroom. But I really do like that they have the kitchen in the front because you have the automotive grade windshield, so you can imagine this being parked down by a river or by a lake overlooking it, having that nice view to be able to check out in the morning or during your camping trip is really, really nice. You got a power tongue jack on here, comes in extremely handy. They also include a little convenience light, so if you're docking up at night. They do 30-pound propane tanks compared to usually on RVs of this size you get 20-pounders, so that just gives you that much more propane to stay out camping longer, which we fill upon your purchase, as well as provide you with a battery, and you have an additional slot if you did want to add another. I really like that they include this little Diamond Guard rock plate on here. It comes in really handy as far as rock chips goes and durability down the road. You have a 6-sided aluminum cage construction with Asdel sidewalls and composite panels. This is vacuum bonded. You have a full mold fiberglass front cap on here with the automotive grade front windshield and the LED running light. That's pretty sweet. Of course, frameless glass windows. You've got a full span awning. It's a 19-foot with the built-in LED light strip. I like that quite a bit. Exterior mounted marine grade speakers. You do have manual jacks on here, but get you guys a 3/4 inch socket, hook that up to a drill. That's going to raise and lower much faster than if you had to do that manually. You do have a 6-gallon hot water tank. You also have LED lights on the top, bottom, and on the sides. You have 190 watts of solar on the roof, but you also have a little port right here if you did want to add in a little backpack charger to be able to continue to top off those batteries. This actually has dual entry, and they're both friction hinge doors, which we'll go ahead and open up too here in just a second. But I do like that it has dual entries, so if you do have company, you don't have to technically have, you know, the family coming in through your bedroom. You can have them come up through the front kitchen area. So that does definitely come in handy. You have a 30,000 BTU furnace. Of course, really nice setup. You've got Dexter axles and suspension, the Torflex axles. You've got 15-inch aluminum tires with the tire pressure monitoring sensor, Goodyear USA made E-rated tires. Just overall, a really nice setup for traveling down the road. Of course, they are filled with nitrogen as well. You do have a nice bracket out here. There is a table and a outside griddle that is included with this. You can definitely imagine, you know, entertaining some friends and family out here. You got a little flat screen TV mount right here as well. You'll be able to watch the game. You got a 110 power port right here, as well as a cable TV output. Coming around here a little bit further, you've got an additional bracket for another table, or this was actually where you would probably end up hooking up your outside griddle to be able to have cook some meals and stuff for the friends and family, and then you have an LP disconnected down here as well. It is the upper 90s already this morning. It's very hot. We're loving these RV tours, that is for sure. You've got a tubular style bumper. You guys can be able to put your sewer hose in there as well. You also have a 2-inch receiver that comes in really handy if you guys wanted to put in maybe a little luggage rack. Great full-size spare tire with the tire cover. Of course, I mentioned before, you've got the running lights as well on top and bottom, all LED. Your pre-wire for the Furrion backup camera. Very nice. You've got a ladder to get onto your fully walkable roof. Let's go ahead and go up there and show this off with one hand. Hopefully I don't fall. All right. So usually this actually comes with a 13.5, but this option on this one comes with the 15K upgrade, which is pretty sweet. I like that quite a bit. You do have the Teton antenna, which will help you find channels, but it also has a Wi-Fi booster in there, and you can add in the additional accessories and have it LTE capable, so you guys can go to cell service provider, activate another line, have this as a rolling personal hotspot. A great setup with the max air vent fan with the rain cover. That comes in extremely handy. It could be raining outside, you guys can still keep proper ventilation in those cool fall and spring months when you're not wanting to run your AC. You do have a skylight up there as well where your bathroom will be, and then you've got an Air 360 siphoning vent that basically uses positive pressure on the outside, negative pressure on the inside, more or less the Venturi effect to help keep the black water smell from out of your RV. You've got your 190 watt solar panel, very nice, awesome, and then an additional little ventilation system, which technically could be upgraded to another max air vent fan if you really did want to. Coming around here a little bit further, this has got dual slides on the opposite door side. This rear slide is actually your bed slide, and then that front slide is actually your couch slide. One cool thing that I like the most about Rockwood, and just the fact that they do this goes kind of above and beyond, is a lot of their bed framing on some of their Forest River products are actually aluminum. A lot of times you'll walk into an RV, you'll look up under a bed or even a booth dinette, and you'll see it's all made out of wood framing. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but as far as durability and longevity, this just gives that added peace of mind as far as the construction quality of these RVs. You're going to see right here, you also have your manual overrides for your jacks. You've got your power tongue jack, and then of course your slide outs. This is that table I was talking about as far as being able to have that outside with your grill. Of course, they've got magnetic catches on here on your insulated baggage doors. Very nice. Looking down here, you've got your dumping section right here as well. This is a 30 amp service. You've got section right here on the opposite side of your convenience center. City water connection right here. Tank flushing right here. You've got your winterization right here. You also have cable TV and satellite inputs. Open this up right here, there's a little panel. On the opposite side of here, there's actually a whole house water filtration system and the access for your water pump whenever you guys want to do winterization. Nice outside shower, you guys can be able to have your hot and cold settings to be able to rinse yourself off. Coming around here, I like that there's a little storage nook in here, be able to keep any of your outside toys or tools and stuff, to be able to have that in your camping trip. You could kind of customize that based on your camping lifestyle. Very nice. Open this up, and of course it's not really accessible until you have the slide open, but there's a little side access door when you have the slide open to be able to access any additional tools or knickknacks that you would need in here that you can also access from out here. Very nice. This is the button right here for your docking lights. Very nice. What a beautiful camper. A lot of sweet features, very durable. I always enjoy doing these video tours because you can walk through, you can just definitely tell that it's got a good amount of good construction. Let's go ahead and open this up. So, of course, it's got two handrails, which we're gonna go ahead and do on both sides. Open that up. This is a friction hinge door. Of course, as it opens up, you're gonna notice first look, you actually have not one, but two upgraded zero gravity MORryde entry steps. You do not see this very often on RVs. I will be completely honest with you. I've done a lot of tours, and RVs with dual entrances that even have an entry step that is the MORryde entry step usually doesn't have one, the strut assist, or two, it only has one with the strut assist, and then the rear one is just a standard, basic 3-step entry fold-away step. So the fact that they give you this as far as the upgrade is a fantastic feature to have on here. Of course, it is the zero gravity, so you can pretty much lift it with one pinky. Comes in extremely handy. You guys can take this, press this little clip when you get to your campsite. The foot's gonna slide and adjust based off of the terrain, so you guys can be able to have your sill plate match properly, just like so. And then come over here, we'll do the same thing. Of course, another nice zero gravity one. It's pretty awesome. Another cool thing I like about these steps is they pre-drill and they tap the sides right here. So if you did want to add in an additional handlebar accessory, noting that if it still was able to close and not affect that bed right there, you could do that. But definitely on this one right here, you have more than enough room on the inside. If you did want to add the aftermarket handle, you could do that. So looking up in here in the back, of course, not much as far as room, but you guys can still get in there. If you did need to, you could take a nap. You could definitely be able to get into your bathroom portion. Very nice. So before we go any further, let's go ahead and go in through the front, and then we'll work our way to the back. But there is the rear entrance on this Mini Lite. Going up into here, of course, you've got the Rockwood difference on here. Of course, 6-sided aluminum frame construction. You got 5/8 tongue and groove plywood floor. You've got a nice setup with the updated couches and the interior max air vent fans with the cover, all-in-one Wi-Fi prep. There's so many additional features and stuff on here. It's just a really nice camper. Of course, friction hinge door. I like that quite a bit. If it's windy outside, it's not just gonna slam shut on you. You also have the nice little screenshot. So if there is bugs flying around, you guys can be able to still have your door open and not have to worry about that. A lot of times, these windows come thin shade prepped. So the fact that they already have the thin shade already installed for added privacy on there, that is just a really cool thumbs up on there. I really like that. They're constantly going above and beyond, just kind of adding in those extra touches. So open this up. Let's go ahead and go inside. Okay, so first look, it's a little tight in here. They still have a good amount of room to be able to move around, as you can see on the floor. It's not too shabby. I do like, as far as the kitchen area goes, you guys do have enough room to be able to access your refrigerator. If you guys are running down the road, you guys still have access to your sink, and the same thing on your stove. I wouldn't recommend cooking in an RV with all your slides closed, just for safety concerns, but you do have access to those things. Of course, this RV is going to have carbon monoxide, smoke detector, fire extinguisher, emergency exits, the typical safety features an RV should have. But then you're looking back here, of course, you've got your couch in your slide. Not much room to be able to squeeze through, but you could squeeze through and you still have access to the back bathroom. Hooray! So if you did need to pull over on the side of the road, you guys didn't want to stop off at a gas station, you guys could do that with the slides closed. I really like that. Let's go ahead and open this RV up. So as soon as you walk in the front portion, you're gonna see on the right side, lower portion is gonna have your convenience center. This is the One Control app. You guys can download the application on your phone and be able to operate many of these conveniences from the privacy of your phone. You also have the Wi-Fi Ranger. This is a nice booster on here. This comes in extremely handy if you guys are at a campground. Maybe they offer free Wi-Fi. You can boost that signal. And it also has LTE capabilities. This also has tire pressure monitoring sensors, which we actually help you set up upon the purchase of this RV. That's included with our training class and our free campground stay, which is really sweet. Slide out 1, in and out. Slide out 2, in and out. You have an awning, in and out. Here's your Wi-Fi booster. Here are all of your lights as far as interior, porch, awning, and step light. You've got your water heater, whether you're running off of electric or gas. If you're taking multiple showers, you guys do this about 20 minutes before you take your shower, hit them both at the same time. Comes in really handy. It has a quicker recovery time for taking multiple showers. Gray 1, checking your fluid level. Gray 2, checking your fluid level. Black water, fresh water, and then of course your battery level. Very nice. You also have your water pump, so when you're bringing water with you and you want to pressurize those faucets, you guys can do that. And then of course your enclosed underbelly has 12-volt tank heaters on the pads, on the tanks. Very cool. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and press out, slide 1. This is a rack and pinion slide system. It's very durable. It's a good system on here to have. I like that at the end it shows you kind of you listen, an audible drum roll almost. That lets you know that it's at its fullest extent. You need to let off the button. You heard that. And then the next one, we're going to do slide 2. You see over there the bed slide sliding out. Same thing, rack and pinion style. You're going to hear it slide out once it's at its fullest extent. You hear that little drum roll. Like so. There it goes. So now we're opened up completely. We have full access to the RV, and we can really take in the amount of space that's added in here. I love that it's vaulted ceilings throughout. This is definitely a really good thing to have. Of course, looking up at the front, you have a nice, beautiful kitchen in here. I like this quite a bit. I was highlighting in the beginning, being parked over on the side of like a river or a lake, being able to look out that front windshield in the morning, be able to enjoy some nice views. Very awesome. You do have a Magic Chef 1.3 microwave on here. You also have the little Greystone hood, so when you guys are cooking up the bacon, you can keep it properly ventilated. This is the Magic Chef 3-burner cooktop. Comes in really handy. You guys can be able to cook up your meals. Of course, you got a tempered glass insert. Never cook on top of this. This is just additional countertop prep space. It is tempered glass and it will shatter into 1,000 pieces. And then of course, you have a nice convenient light. So if you guys are moving around at night, hit this bottom one. Of course, this is your oven light. You got a nice section right here to be able to put you a couple maybe pots and pans. Stainless steel ball bearing drawer glides. You've got solid surface countertops throughout. Very nice. Pleated curtains. I like that quite a bit. I like frameless glass windows because one, of course, you'll be able to open it up, but two, in the middle of a rainstorm, if it is raining, you don't have to worry about the water actually getting into the RV compared to your traditional sliding windows or windows that are not frameless. So that comes in really handy, and in a shady area, it's much more difficult technically for somebody to potentially try and break into your RV through the window. You've got additional storage nook up there. You've got nice hardwood cabinetry, hidden hinges, deep pocket storage, LED lights, plenty of ambient lighting in here. This is nice. Of course, you can add that in to be able to have your privacy. You have a 1,000 watt pure sine wave inverter. It comes in really handy. You guys can pretty much have that activated and you can operate all of your 110 appliances other than your microwave and your AC unit. Very cool. Of course, additional drawers for more storage. Nice deep pockets. You got nice little organizers and stuff that come with it. Of course, plenty of storage in here as well. This is the 11 cubic foot. It takes place of the 8 cubic foot. So this is the 11 cubic foot Magic Chef 12 volt refrigerator. Nice deep pocket in there. It does have a nice turbo cooling effect in here as well. I've literally only had this plugged in for about maybe 15 minutes even, and it is very cold in there. I feel very comfortable putting perishable items. Big time thumbs up. You have the Millersburg Collection theater style seating. This is pretty cool. Press this button right here. You're gonna feel the back start to swell. It has built-in lumbar support. You still have a nice charging section right here for your 110 and USB charging ports. Click that out of the way. Nice little cup holder. Maybe you got an additional person sitting with you. Flip that up and out of the way. Very nice. Of course, pleated privacy curtains throughout. Your windows are at a 20%, so it's difficult to see in, but it's convenient to see out. You got another 110 power port right there as well. This comes in really handy, especially an RV of this size. If you guys think about this, you guys are going to a campground in the colder months. Of course, you're paying for the electricity. Use the electricity of this fireplace to heat up your RV rather than using your propane. It definitely saves you, and it really comes in handy in the summer times as well, because if you guys can actually turn off the heat setting, you still have the look of the flame, but it won't put out the heat. So if you guys want to set the mood, you guys can still be able to do that. Very cool. I like also that in the floor, it comes in really handy. You don't have any heat ducts for your heating unit. That's very cool. They're all mounted here on the side. This is IRV Technologies, AM, FM, Bluetooth, CD, DVD, HDMI, multi-zone selection. You've got USB charging as well. You've got an auxiliary port. This is a good sound system to have because it's got very diverse capabilities as far as entertaining friends and family on the nice Insignia flat screen TV. It does have a swivel mount as well. Very nice. Over here on this side, you're going to have an additional section for more storage. I like how they don't secure the shelves, so you guys can be able to adjust that depending on your camping lifestyle. Hang some clothes up. Very cool. Walking back here, here's your thermostat for your 15K AC. Of course, walking here into the bathroom, it is a pass-through bathroom. On your left side, you got a nice walk-in shower. Comes in extremely handy with one of the coolest things I absolutely love to talk about. This is the Shower Miser by AquaView. In your house, you turn on your hot water and you're waiting for the water to get hot. Of course, that water just simply goes into your sewer system and you don't have to worry about it. Well, here in an RV, that's that same concept. You're waiting for the water to get hot, but you're filling up your gray tank and you're wasting water. Not with the shower miser. Turn on your hot water, then you go ahead and hit this diverter switch, and basically the line will start to recirculate. Once the line gets hot, this sleeve actually turns white, giving you instant hot water on demand and not filling your gray tank. I personally think, other than upgraded water heaters, this is a really great feature to have, and the RV industry should completely just switch over to this. And there are ways that if your RV doesn't have this feature, there are aftermarket ways you can purchase this and be able to add this into your own RV. So very, very cool. I like that a lot. Of course, you got your little vanity, you got your medicine cabinet. Of course, smell that. Of course you don't. That was that 360 siphoning vent I was explaining about on the roof. You got a little GFI right there, additional storage. Of course, this perspective in here through this camera doesn't really serve its justice, so I've actually done a 360 tour on this where I actually have stuff that's opened up and gives you that chance to be able to really look into a little bit more depth and get a much better perspective than I can provide for you. You've got a porcelain Dometic toilet. I like that quite a bit, with additional storage here in the back for all of your toiletry items and towels. Very nice. Coming back here, it's a nice queen size bed. I like this quite a bit. All of the pillows and the blankets and stuff come with it as well. You have USB charging on both sides, as well as a little tap lights. Tap the light once, it's going to come on blue. Tap it again, it'll turn off. Tap and it'll hold, and then it turns into a white reading light. Really nice. And then you've got a USB charging right there as well. Very cool. Additional overhead cabinet storage. And I didn't even realize it already had so much light in here. I didn't even realize that the lights were even off. So you got a section right here as well. More closet space. Nice large mirrors to be able to check yourself out in the morning. You also have little areas to be able to hang all of your clothes. Plenty of storage in here. More drawers. You got 110 power port right there as well, and a USB charging. Lift this up. Really nice and sturdy. I love it. Of course, aluminum frame on your bed. You have the box right here for your outdoor griddle, as well as the bracket that goes with it, the manuals for everything that I've been talking about, and then of course your tire pressure monitoring system, which we help you set up upon the purchase of the RV. Nice little emergency exit right here as well. You've got a TV backer to be able to mount you another flat screen TV, and then of course your power and cable TV and satellite outputs. All right, this is cool as well. You also have your 190 watt solar panel with your Go Power 30 amp charge controller, which comes in really handy because it's a 30 amp, depending of course upon your layout on the roof, but you can add up to 600 watts of solar and still be able to have this solar charge controller be able to operate it. And for you lithium ion people, there is a setting on here to switch it over to lithium ion. Just read your instruction manuals and follow all the guidelines to be able to have that work. Very cool. Coming out here through the back, of course, you can see simply walking out through here. Very nice. And let's go ahead and open this awning and then we will wrap it up. So of course we have no documentation or prep fees. All of our prices are out the door, less your tax, title, and licensing and any additional accessories. But we're an educational company. We want to help you out. So upon the purchase of your RV, you're going to get an RV training class, which is really cool. We're going to give you an RV starter kit with all of the basic essentials to head straight to the campground. And then we take it a step further. We actually have a private campground here at our facility. This comes in extremely handy, especially for customers that shop with us from out of state, so they're not having to buy an RV and then immediately get kicked off the lot. But to give you a chance to be able to get acclimated to your RV, you have a campsite with all your hookups and everything. Get your training class. Spend a night or two on our private campground. If you have issues or if you have questions, you wake up the next morning, you're still here. Ladies and gents, this is a beautiful RV. I'm gonna go ahead and press this button right here to turn on the awning light. And let's give you a final overlook at this 2516S. 19-foot full span awning. You can imagine making some great memories with some friends and family out here. This is just a great RV. Ladies and gents, is there an RV in our inventory that you're interested in seeing a video on? Check us out online at www.rvstobuy.com. I am here for you. It is my sole job to just walk around, take pictures, and show off some really nice RVs. I might not get right every time. I might stumble on my words. Might not be 100% perfect, but we love taking out videos of these RVs and showing them off. Ladies and gents, thank you so much for your time. I ask that you please like, subscribe, comment, and share. We hope to see you soon. Happy camping.
Headed on down the road on a new adventure. Wherever we go, thanks to great escapes RV.